So for my first 100 days, I'm going to be focusing on really developing a listening campaign. In that process, I'll develop a transition team of about 15 to 20 individuals, including people who represent the faculty, staff, students, and community members. In that context, they will help me develop the listening groups that I would like to listen to before I implement the new strategic plan for San Diego State University. That strategic plan will be really focusing on building strategic initiatives. As a newcomer at San Diego State University, I'm impressed by the academic reputation of the institution. Clearly, this has been developed by the innovative doctoral programs that have been developed, by the research portfolio that's developed, as well as the entrepreneurial programs that have been developed for students. I'm also excited about the high-impact student success practices here at San Diego State and the engagement of students in many leadership areas. The fact is that we have a very high-quality campus with regard to programs, activities, and engaged students that really will make a difference regionally, nationally, and globally. Another important area that's very, very exciting to me is really the alumni and the commitment of the alumni to the institution. Just in San Diego alone, there are over 200,000 alumni, and these are really dedicated individuals who can provide mentorship and support for the institution. I'm very excited also with the opportunities for development and working with donors and stewardship of those donors who've really dedicated quite a bit of their time and resources to help build this wonderful institution. I also think we have a really great opportunity working in this region, working closely with Mexican institutions and working closely with San Diego's Chamber of Commerce. Again, creating regional presence in an area that really requires us to think about how we can bridge pathways for understanding and cooperation, not only within the region, but also nationally and globally. The other, I think, exciting opportunity is really the opportunity for expansion and creating opportunities for entrepreneurship in new spaces. That includes opportunities through the Mission Valley project, as well as looking closely at the Imperial Valley campuses as well. Well, I've been in higher education for over 30 years in two major public institutions. I think in the context of the research that I've done, it mirrors very closely the research that's been done by many of the faculty here at San Diego State University. This is a campus known for its interdisciplinary work, and that has been my lifetime passion as illustrated in the research and publications that I have. I think the other area that I bring is almost 5 years of administrative work at a UC, working not only within the campus in the area of student affairs, but working on the executive leadership team, as well as working with the system office and working as a leader in many, many initiatives that intersect with many of the core areas that San Diego State focuses on. Well, I think one of the things that's important to understand about me is that I was raised in a single head of household. My mother was born in the Central Valley from her Mexican immigrant parents, and it was a journey for her as well as for me to obtain, if you will, the kind of successes that we both had. I'm fortunate in that both my mother and grandmother were very dedicated in terms of their commitment to education. My mother actually went to Modesto Community College, and after a long period went to Berkeley and graduated to become a teacher. So she was a public school teacher for 40 years. She started working first with many Spanish-speaking immigrants long before bilingual education came about, and so I was very fortunate to have a mother who instilled that in me. I also was fortunate that my grandmother, although did not graduate at college, was able to really instill in me the value of my Mexican heritage. I grew up speaking Spanish as a child. All the cultural traditions that were very important to me, she instilled. The value of family, the value of education, the value of hard work. Those all were very core values in my family. And so I have to say that without that, I wouldn't be successful. It allowed me to appreciate the bicultural, bilingual environments that we now live in California. So in my role as Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs, I've developed a strategic plan in order to enhance the funding levels for student affairs programmatically. But I've also developed programmatic support through the campus-wide campaign at UC Davis. So I think the important area is really working as a team across the different divisions and schools and recognizing that you're really focusing on stewardship with a donor and recognizing their passion. And in that passion and that intersection, you're going to have an opportunity to create the kind of support for the donor as well as the institution. Athletics plays a major role for any major institution like San Diego State. It is an opportunity for individuals nationally and internationally to get a sense of the values and the community spirit of the organization. It also is important because it brings alumni home. If you think about the wonderful successes of San Diego State, it creates a sense of community, it creates a sense of excitement. It helps us in building the pathways to donors and alumni. It becomes an opportunity, a front door in which people will enter again. So I'm very excited about working with and supporting athletics at San Diego State University. San Diego State is an incredible university. The opportunities for students are quite remarkable. There are transformative opportunities, high-impact practices, dedicated faculty, alumni willing to mentor and create pathways for success. Any parent should be excited about their student entering this wonderful campus, recognizing that they will be the leaders of the future.